Hey, can you hear me? All right. Welcome. Let me see. So this is my first time. I'm doing this on my phone this time. I learned something just now, that if I schedule one of these on my phone, I have to actually do it on my phone. I tried to switch it over to my laptop because I like talking to I'm used to Zoom talks where I'm talking into a camera and seeing nobody. I'm not used to seeing my face here. But you can't do it. You can't switch it like that. Anyway, I made it. We're here. I'm so excited to welcome you all to What the Hell Wednesday. This is a recurring live stream that I try to do every other week, every 2 weeks. It started because I found this imposter account, and I didn't know what was going on. It was all very confusing, and so I did a live stream to prove my identity to everybody, and I called it "What the Hell." That was the name of the live stream, and it caught on. People like it, so we're gonna do What the Hell Wednesday every other week. And so that's kind of the plan, at least. It was a little dicey today. So I'll tell you what my day today was like. I got up and I got up early. So ophthalmologists in general, we don't wake up very early. We're not like, it's really what separates us from the anesthesiologists. See, anesthesia, they have a really nice specialty as well, great work-life balance. I think what throws people off from anesthesia is that anesthesiologists have to wake up so ungodly early in the morning. Like they're up before birds are awake. It's outrageous how early anesthesiologists get up. So that's not us. But on surgery days, I do got to get up a little bit early. So I got up, I went to the OR. I work at in private practice. We have an outpatient surgery center. And I did 10 cataract surgeries this morning. 10 surgeries. It was a good morning. It was not totally full, but almost. And see, that's the thing with ophthalmology. We can do a lot of surgeries, and we take ourselves just as seriously as real surgeons who do like 4-hour surgeries. We're surgeons. We do eyeball stuff, but our cataracts take like 7 minutes. And so, if you like fast-paced surgery, you don't like being on your feet, ophthalmology is for you. It is kind of exhausting though to constantly going in and out. It's just so quick. I'm pretty tired after a whole morning of surgery, but it's fun. That's my favorite part of the job, doing cataracts. All right, so we got a few topics to discuss today. First of all, how's everyone doing? You guys having a good day? It's Hump Day. I hope this helps you get through the rest of the week. It's Wednesday, it can be a little rough. You still got a couple days left of the week, or unless you're an internal medicine doctor, and then you're probably working for the next like 2 weeks straight. All right, so first thing we're going to do, just a quick update on the Glock flock. Shout out to whichever one of you, I don't know who it is, whichever one of you coined that term, the Glock flock. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. In fact, I'm working with somebody to put together some merchandise for you guys. How's that sound? A little merch action going on? We're gonna do that. We're going to I'm gonna make sure there's something that has Glock flock, something that's gonna be included in the merchandise. It's gonna be great. I'm really excited. Is there gonna be some Jonathan merch? Well, let me ask him. Jonathan, yeah, hey, come here. Yeah. The people are wanting some merchandise with your whole situation on there. What do you think? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. He's asking for a cut of the proceeds. Should I give Jonathan a little bit of the money? What are you gonna spend it on, dude? You don't. You have a cubby hole that you sleep in, and we provide you food. Like, what else do you need? Oh, just love and attention. Okay. Well, you don't need money for that. Okay, we're gonna work it out anyway. So we're gonna anyway. That's in the works. Okay, flock. We're gonna work on the merchandise. That's gonna come. I don't know when. Definitely not for like the next few weeks or so, but it'll get there. It'll get there. And so and the other thing, big news now. Uh, we're in uncharted territory, you guys. We have passed the imposter account. We have passed the reach that they were at. That account was at, when I first found it, it was at 144,000 subscribers. We are now at 155,000. 155,000 of you are interested in what I have to say right now. Whatever we're doing, this is interesting to 155,000 of you. I assume, although there's only 329 of you now, but I extrapolate and I have to assume that this is interesting. I'm blown away, guys. This is the best community in medical social media. I absolutely cheers to you guys. Let's raise our coffees to each other, all right? Because especially to you, because this is the only reason I'm here. The only reason I'm doing these videos is because of the feedback I get from all of you, and all the support has been incredible. I'm so impressed by the YouTube community. It's great. I love you guys. You're also you're funny, and I really appreciate kind of the jokes that you bring, all the humor that you bring to my comment section, all my replies. As really good. I actually get some ideas from some of you guys too. It's fantastic. So someone's asking, what the hell? Why is it called What the Hell Wednesday? So I'll say it again. Now that a lot of you are here. This is I called my very first live stream "What the Hell," a Q&A session with the real Dr. Glockenflecken, because I was trying to figure out what was going on with this imposter account that was impersonating me. So it was called What the Hell, and I'm going to keep it up. So we're going to keep doing it. All right, every 2 weeks I'll be here unless some ophthalmology emergency comes up. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we don't have those. It's I'll be here. I'll be here. All right. So you guys can keep, if you have questions throughout this, every time I do this, it's going to be about 30 minutes. And then you can put any questions you have. I may not see them. You can post them several times if you want. But I have some questions that I've been asked a few times, and so I'll get to those. And if I happen to look up and see some of your questions here, I'll answer those as well. And I really need to have Jonathan moderate this. Like that would be that would make a lot of sense. Am I on call right now? No. Do you want to know my call situation? I'm somewhat embarrassed to tell you about ophthalmology call, but I'll tell you because you've all earned it. You've given me the views, you've given me the subscribers. It's so here we go. Call for my practice is a total of 3 weeks per year. 3 weeks per year. So this is private practices community call. So we do cover a few hospitals, but in general, emergency doctors, fantastic. They take care of all the routine eye stuff. I come in for like the really bad, severe vision loss kind of thing. But it's just 3 weeks per year. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I think back to my time in residency, where I was on call every fourth day for 3 years at a level 1 trauma center where you saw pretty much every single eye complaint that came into the hospital. Incredibly busy. Now I've lost my call muscles have atrophied so much that if I had to immediately right now go back and do residency call, I would just immediately die. I couldn't do it. The stress, the weight of it would destroy me. I would kind of just crumple up into a little ball and That would be the end of Dr. Glockenflecken. So let's be fortunate that I don't have to do that anymore. But shout out to all the residents out there who are taking all that call, as well as the general surgeons, I suppose, as you probably do it too. All right, so we gave you the Glock Flock update. 155,000 subscribers. Amazing, amazing. You guys, thank you for watching all my videos. I want to give you talk a little bit about public speaking. So I do a lot of talks. I give a lot of presentations. Over the past year and a half, it's been all virtual, and over the weekend, over the past week, I have given my first handful of in-person talks. I live in Oregon, and I drove up to a few different hospitals in Washington, and got to give an hour-long presentation to several different groups. And it was so exciting, you guys, to be back. So the biggest difference, though, I realized though that the days of pants optional talks, they're over. I no longer am I able to just get on a Zoom without pants on and just talk. That's you can't do it anymore. And so now that things are going back to in person, we're now back to pants mandatory. Okay, so that's one big change that I've noticed. The other thing is it's so great to finally get some feedback on my jokes. I tell a lot of jokes during my talks, and so for the last year and a half, I've been looking at a camera on my computer, and getting zero feedback on all of my stuff. No laughs, no boos, no jeers, not even a hiss. And it's okay to hiss every now and then. None of that. And so now I finally got to find out whether the jokes I've been telling to people over the past year and a half were actually funny. Most of them were. Yeah. A few of them didn't go too well, but overall, it was good. It was good. Yeah, I'm a comedian eye doctor, you guys. It makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Who doesn't look at their eye doctor when you go see the eye doctor? Who doesn't look at the eye doctor and think, man, this guy should be a comedian? I'm sure everyone. That's just kind of how it is. Yes. Don't hiss me. You can't type the hiss. You gotta hiss. Anyway. So I'm excited to get back into the speaking thing. I've got lots of the chances are I'm coming to some part of the country where you're at, and doing give talks to all kinds of different people. So it's great. Let's see. Let me break it. So questions. Let me see what we got here. Oh, you're all hissing at me. You're all giving me the hiss. That's all right. It comes from a place of love, I'm sure. Oh, snakes. Ophthalmology residency. Do I need to be monstrously precise for Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so here we go. Oh, here we go. Do you need to be monstrously precise to opt ophthalmology? How would you find out if you have the dexterity to do it? Yeah, that's actually a good question. One thing that's always kind of scary going into a surgical specialty is knowing whether or not you can physically do the surgeries. Well, the first thing I'll tell you with ophthalmology, it's microsurgery, all right? Which means like it's all happening right here, just our little fingers. We don't move around very much, which means our arms are incredibly weak. Like I am incredibly weak. We are the opposite of orthopedic surgeons. If there was like some kind of apocalyptic scenario, ophthalmologists would be the first to go. We would not survive. Orthopedic surgeons would survive. All right, and they would protect. Hopefully, I can find one that would protect me in the event of an apocalypse. But anyway, the manual dexterity. It's a good question, but you can. I really honestly think anybody can learn surgery. Sometimes it takes some people longer. Some people pick it up faster. Some people it takes a little bit of time. But you can learn skills with your hands. And so if you think surgery might be right for you, if you really like surgery, just go for it. Just do it. And yeah, some people I think there is like a type of person that is kind of naturally gifted with coordination and hand-eye coordination and all those things, but it can be taught. Absolutely, it can be taught. So anyway, don't let that fear dissuade you from pursuing a career in surgery. And if you don't feel like you have really good manual, like fine dexterity, just get real strong and go into ortho. Not saying the ortho doesn't have fine dexterity. It's just they rely on their bulk muscles a little bit more than we do. All right, one question I get asked a lot, how do I know so much about the different specialties? I've seen that question. How am I able to put together these all these videos on different specialties? Do I do research? So you can tell which specialties I just know a little bit more about because I'm always hitting them up, right? Cardiology, nephrology, general surgery. I have ICU medicine. I have very specific memories, and sometimes I have been I have had very traumatizing experiences with some of these specialties, which helps me inform my videos. And you can tell which ones I really don't have a lot of experience with. Like OBGYN, everybody, that is a comedy black box for me. I'm sorry, I have sat there, I've tried to just sit there and think of scenarios and situations for that specialty. It's really hard. All right, I don't know, and so that's one that I struggle with. A lot of people ask me for an allergy immunology video. Again, that one I can't say I've ever actually met an allergist in real life, and so that's going to be tough for me. But it's good to have things that you can work toward, and so again, with OBGYN, really, it's the only thing we have in common is of gonorrhea. That's it. And I'll tell you this, I don't think anybody wants to see a video on gonorrhea. So please, give me some ideas. Give me some ideas. Mama Dr. Jones, maybe we should collaborate. Maybe that's not a bad idea. She puts together great videos. She's so much better at YouTube than I am. It's just shout out to Mama Dr. Jones. She's incredible, and she gets to live in New Zealand. If this is fantastic. Rheumatology, I got to do rheumatology. So I do have some exciting videos coming up, and I want to going back to the whole speaking thing. I've been I went down to San Diego over the weekend. And that's why I haven't been able to record very many videos over the last few days. So I apologize for that. It's just been crazy with traveling and everything. And my wife received an award in San Diego. And so those of you who are new to my social media presence, let me just tell you a little bit about me. See, maybe I should switch this. Should I? Let's see. Let me try to orient this. Orientation is locked. Sorry, everybody. Someone said I should do landscape mode for these. I'm so used to just doing it in portrait, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. Okay. I'll try to keep my head up here so the comments don't. You'll get to see more of my chest here. There we go. All right, so yeah, let's talk about Lady G because a lot of people are giving some props to my wife. So back in May of oh, thank you, Jim Toe, and you guys, I know one thing that I learned recently after the last live that I did is that you can donate money, like to me, I suppose. And so if you do, it does give me a little notification. I'll give you a shout out. So I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you. And that was Jim Toe. Thank you. And that was for my wife. Let me tell you guys, those of you who are not aware of my situation, let me tell you why people are giving her so much praise. So back in May of 2020, I had a cardiac arrest in my sleep. So, first lesson for all of you who are not in medicine, cardiac arrest is different from a heart attack. And I get that a lot. A lot of people think, oh, you had a heart attack. I'm so sorry. It wasn't a heart attack. So it's lots of things can cause a cardiac arrest. A heart attack can cause a cardiac arrest, but that's not what I had. We actually don't know why my heart in the middle of the night just decided to go into ventricular fibrillation. But it did. So back in May of 2020, I had a cardiac arrest in my sleep, and I was gasping for breath, which is actually called agonal breath. So it's a sign of cardiac arrest. And it kind of sounds like really heavy snoring in a way. So it can fool people into thinking that everything is okay. You're just kind of, breathing funny. But no, I was having a cardiac arrest. My heart was not beating. And it woke my wife up, and she did 10 minutes of chest compressions. 10 minutes. Like, you guys, the medical terms are here. I'm so sorry. Those are the only medical terms I'm going to tell you about. So there's heart attack, there's cardiac arrest. Okay, those are just two different things. That's it. That's all the medical terminology I'm going to throw at you here. So, where was I? Okay, yeah. So my wife, Lady G, who's not in medicine, she called 911, and they walked her through how to perform CPR, and she saved my life. She did 10 minutes of chest compressions. Now, what I was saying is, as an ophthalmologist, I don't have the opportunity to do chest compressions very often. If I do, it means that something horrible has happened in the eye clinic, probably the last place you want to have to do CPR. But I do remember from intern year and from med school what 2 minutes of CPR feels like, and it's exhausting, right? It is exhausting. Well, she did it for 10 consecutive minutes until EMS was able to get to me. Didn't break my ribs. No, she did great. Effective chest compressions, and she saved my life. She absolutely saved my life. And so now I'll never win another argument, like for the rest of my life, which is fine. And I really have to I have to up my gift game. Yeah, it's a big I really got to bring it. I really got to bring it every birthday, every Christmas, every anniversary. So. And the reason I bring this up, the reason I'm even talking about this, is because she received an award from Citizen CPR. It's a nonprofit organization that's dedicated to helping advance the field of cardiac arrest and awareness and research and everything. And we went down to San Diego, and she received an award for the advocacy work that she's been doing around this issue with regard to CPR. And I was so proud of her. Like, honestly, like, it was the most amazing thing. Like, she deserves every bit of it. And we do have someone asked if we have an AED. We do have an AED in the house. Yeah. I also have one built into my body. Yeah, I got a portable defibrillator right here in my side. And it goes off every time I go through a metal detector. So airports are a fun experience, as well as any other place that, and I just tell them I have metal in my body, and that kind of it kind of scares people off. They're like, "Oh, you have metal in your body? Okay, all right." I'm not going to ask any follow-up questions on that, and they never do. They never do. Like I honestly, it's kind of strange. I expect them to be a little bit more interested in that, but no, not really. Sorry I'm drinking coffee during this, but I got to do clinic right after this. So anyway, CPR. And the last thing I want to say about that, you guys, learn CPR, okay? Just chime in the chat here. All right, if you know CPR, just say yes. Say yes. Yes, I know CPR. And if you don't know CPR, see all the people that do, and now you know that you need to go and do CPR. Look at all these. Look at this. Yes. Look at all these yeses. I love that. Thank you all. Thank you all for making sure you know how. Oh my God, that's amazing. I love to see that. Look at that. So if you don't know CPR, it's let me give you some statistics to just tell you why it's so important. So there's 350,000 out of hospital cardiac arrests per year. That means when you're out of the hospital, you're just out there living your life. 350,000 people have a cardiac arrest. Their heart stops beating properly. Okay, and it's up to people to save them. 1 out of 10 survive. 1 out of 10. Not great, everybody. That's not great. That is very not good survival. Okay. With CPR, survival increases to about 4.5 out of 10. 4.5 people out of 10. I mean, there's no half people, but you know what I'm saying. That is an incredible increase in survival with an intervention, CPR, that's everybody can learn. You don't have to be in medicine. Every single person can learn it, and it's free. How many interventions out there in medicine are absolutely free and have that kind of effect on survival? It's incredible. It really is incredible. And there is a good chance that at some point in your life, you're going to have the opportunity to try to save someone's life. It's uncommon, but it's common enough that it's worth doing. Okay, so hopefully I can convince somebody who's listening right now to get out there and get certified. Not only that, but those of you who are in healthcare who already know how to do CPR, I bet chances are you know somebody that doesn't know CPR. I was a doctor for like 8 years before I had a cardiac arrest, and I never once thought, "Hey, let me see if my wife knows how to do CPR. Let me encourage her to get certified." I always thought, "Hey, if we're out and somebody needs CPR, I'll be the one to do it. Usually we're together." Well, that didn't work out the way I thought it would. So, if you're in medicine, if you're in healthcare, think about it. Who in your life is not in medicine who might not know know about CPR, and just tell them to get certified. Tell them about me. Tell them I told you. Tell them that there's a comedian internet ophthalmologist who told you to get certified for CPR. I don't know what else can convince people. That's really that should be enough, everybody. All right, that's all I got to say about that. Okay. Anyway, thank you for listening to that somewhat of a soapbox thing for me. I'm glad your parents love my videos. I'm big with the parents. I parents, and I had a patient who was in her 80s who told me she liked my videos. So it's all ages here. I've also some teenagers, some kids. I actually recorded a video for a kid who was reenacting my videos, and her mom sent me a video of it. That's great. I love it. So I'm very happy about that. My heart is fine now. Thank you for asking. And the thing is, it's kind of weird. You don't really know what caused it, which is actually, in hearing other survivors of cardiac arrest talk about it, it's actually more common than you think that you don't, some people just you don't have a cause. Your heart just kind of glitches one day, and that's it. And so let's see, we got just a couple minutes. Yeah, I'll do a couple last minute questions here. What a great, this is great. We got over 400 people in here. We got lots of people. Oh, I've got some other people sent a few bucks my way. Thank you, Quinn. And let's see, thank you, Lily, Marie. You're a big fan of Dr. Glock and Doc Schmidt. and you say we're better than Dr. Mike. You know what? It's not a competition, everybody. It's really not. All right. Everybody is good at certain things. Okay. And let's just hope Jonathan doesn't find his way onto social media, because I think he would overtake us all. I'm a little nervous about that guy. He's there's something not right with him. Anyway, another question I got: what do I not like about ophthalmology? What do I not like about ophthalmology? Maybe I answered this at another live. I can't remember which questions I've answered. Conjunctivitis. It's gross. It's the goopiness of the discharge. Mm-mm. Not a fan. Not a fan. Quinn, infant, child, adult, canine, feline, first aid, CPR. Yeah, it sounds like you're a vet, Quinn. That's great. I'm glad. If you can perform CPR on multiple species out there, you're better than all of us. That's great. How do you get a Jonathan? I've addressed this at a previous live. You have to take a ferry out to Jonathan Island. Okay, it's in the South Pacific. It's kind of like, ever seen that movie Godzilla versus Kong, or Kong Skull Island or something? They find this island that's shrouded in mystery, and it was previously undiscovered. Yeah, same situation with Jonathan Island. You gotta take a ferry out there, a boat, and then you have to find a Jonathan to and gain their trust, and then you have a Jonathan. Easier said than done, everybody. Okay. Um, okay. Steal your jokes. I try not to. I don't steal any jokes. All the jokes. Well, I do. Okay, I did say earlier that I take some of the things that you guys say and I turn them into videos. But that's just because I love you so much, and you're so very funny. All of you are hilarious. We got some other things. Thank you, Alfie. I appreciate it. And I'm glad you could see this live too. Again, you guys, I'm going to be doing this probably every other week. That's my plan. As long as I have time. We're even going over. I'm giving you a few extra minutes here. And I got a little bit of time. And then Poland Foric 1, I'm sure that probably means something, wants me to do more pediatrics. I will, I love the pediatrician. Everybody loves the pediatrician. And I got some more headbands recently. Yeah. So you're gonna see a few more pediatrics videos, I promise. I'm an optho. I have the time. Okay, but yeah, can you not tell everybody? It's just keep it on the down low a little bit, okay? Hey, so my plan with each of these lives is I'm gonna just have a few topics, little things that have been on my mind over the last couple weeks, that we're gonna discuss. Sometimes they're gonna be ophthalmology specific stuff. I'll try not to bore you guys. I want to do one on eye anatomy. I didn't get to that today. Here's my little eye model. We're gonna go over this one day. And then just keep giving me some ideas, things you want to hear about, things you want me to talk about. Whether it's like comedy stuff, like my process for recording, what I think about life and professionalism. That's another one I talk about a lot. Anyway, there'll be lots of topics. So we'll do this again. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. Hey, you guys, I should have another video for you by the end of the week, okay? Again, lately, life's been a little bit crazy, so I've been, I'll post some kind of older stuff that you guys hopefully maybe have or have not seen before, but I'll get a new one. I may have another therapy session coming up, all right? It's going to be the anesthesiologist. I'll give you a little preview there. All right. So thank you so much, and thank you everybody who donated some money here. SciShow did a video on 4 reasons to get a yearly eye exam. Lots of good. There's lots of like eye specific stuff I could give you. So anyway, that'll be the plan going forward. Thank you so much. All right. It's good to see all of you. All right. Take care.